It sounds like you've got a lot of money-making opportunities around you, and you're trying to pick which one, but you're at the exact same time, you're thinking about trust and LLCs and holding companies, labor shortages, and banks are tight. Here's what I would do, is pick one. That's it. It's that simple. Wholesaling is quick cash flow. It is not real estate investing. Wholesaling, if you had to put a bow on it, I would tell you it is marketing. That's all it is. Wholesaling is I'm finding a property, I'm putting it under contract, and then I'm going to go assign my interest in that contract to a cash buyer who will actually close. It's really more of a marketing function. There is no quote unquote actual investing in real estate because I'm not closing on the deal, right? Largely, I'm going to just flip my contract to somebody else. So that's not real estate investing. But it's quick cash, it's active income, it's taxed at the highest tax bracket, period, but it's real money. I mean, we have guys that do several $1 million a year in wholesaling income inside of our Boardroom mastermind and inside of our community. So you can make a ton of money and you can make it fairly quickly and you can make it where it is effectively low risk. You can go do Airbnb arbitrage where effectively you're putting a master lease in place. You're going and signing up to rent a property. Now you have real liability there because you have to rent it now. You go sign a lease and say, I'm going to rent this place for $1,500 a month. Your ass is on the hook for $18,000 this year. You're going to pay $18,000 in rent. Now, the arbitrage play is that you also get a master lease in place, which allows you to sublease it out on Airbnb, and you might be able to go and equally go rent it, short-term rental for $50,000 a year. So the arbitrage is I'm renting for 18, somebody else is paying me 50, that $32,000 is mine. Are there additional costs, moving parts, all the other thing? I got to get it cleaned, I got to get it taken care of, I got to get it supplied, I got to do customer support, I got to get it up on Airbnb, I got to get it on VRBO, all those things. Yeah, there's a lot more moving parts to that. It's a real business, but is it profitable and can you focus on it? Of course. What you don't need to be worried about is all the superfluous shit that's going on. There's seasons in a business, and the very first season that you will go through, which most of you are in right now, is you have to be a hustler. You have to perfect creating revenue, perfect creating income in real time, and that's all based on your efforts. You don't start by, hey, I'm going to go hire 45 people, I'm going to go build a business from day one, I have no money, and we're going to see what happens. Nobody starts like that. You actually have to go do deals, create cash, whether that's wholesaling, buying and selling cash flow notes, doing an Airbnb arbitrage business, whatever it is, you have to do that first, and you have to perfect that. I know exactly how to get that transaction done. I have done it. I know exactly how to do it. And then the next season of the business, we start to move from, this hustler into more of the manager role, and where we start putting systems and processes and leverage and people in place to streamline it and take me out of it more and more and more. And then we move from manager up into CEO. And CEO is I have multiple managers now working for me, managing multiple parts of the business. And from CEO, we move to chairman of the board. Now I have a CEO and his managers all doing what they do. I'm getting paid. I have no operational involvement whatsoever in the business. I'm sitting back on the board of directors and getting paid. I have ownership. I'm sitting up on top of it. And ultimately, then you move to the last phase, which is investor, which means I have nothing involved in this business. I just have ownership, and they're just paying me millions of dollars a year. I'm the guy that owns it. Those are the stages, but you have to start in the hustler stage. You have to perfect. So it doesn't do you any good to go and start coming out of the gate and worrying about, I got to set up this trust and the LLCs. That is not where your head needs to be. There will come a time and a place where that will all have to happen, hopefully sooner rather than later. The first thing you have to do is get in the game and figure out how to make money. And then you can clean up how to get your correct LLC. You can go work with Prime Corporate Services, or, one of our partners. You can set all that up. It's one phone call. Here's your LLCs, here's your trust, here's your estate plan, here's everything. It's one phone call. You don't need to be worried about that. You need to be plugged into a community, into people that help you solve that problem, but it's not your problem to solve. Your problem to solve right now is get fucking paid. Go and make money. Be the badass you're capable of being. Prove that you can actually create real revenue. Don't think about it, be about it. Do it. If these 16, 17-year-old kids can make millions of dollars on YouTube videos or on TikTok, for God's sakes, or on all these little side hustles all these different guys got going, flipping trailers and running ice machines and buying laundromats. I mean, there are so many side hustles out there that are big cash businesses. Play full out. Get paid first. Then you go turn it into a business.